Okay, welcome back. We're going to do a new sale video here of animals we're going to be letting go. We're going to be moving this spring, early summer. My wife's pregnant. Congratulations to us. And just kind of need the extra money and just going to stick to some smaller projects. So we're going to do hatchlings, adults, carpets, boas, and then at the end of the video, I'll do a little talk about some of the projects that we are continuing on with here. So first up here we have Cinnamon Double Het Exanthic Clown. Pairing was Clown Dame to Cinnamon Exanthic Sire. From what I know, I'm the only person that has these or has ever talked about having these. I am selling one. I'm asking $1,500 for her. I did send a pair of these down south for a lot greater of $1, but $1,500 and you can also take part into this beautiful project. Next up is Pastel Lesser Cinnamon Yellow Belly. Moving out all my yellow belly stuff right now, and I'll talk about that later at the end of the video. We acquired a new line of yellow belly and I'm super duper impressed with it. But with this animal here, it's just a normal yellow belly line. Asking $1,500 for it. Once again, this was, according to the World of Ball Pythons, me and someone else in the UK were the first ones to do this season. I'm really impressed with how it looks. I would love to keep everything I got, but like I said, I really want to work this new line of yellow belly we picked up, and I'm looking to move out all my other yellow belly stuff so I'm not blending it or mixing it together. As you can tell, he's got a bit of a ringer. It was a little bit bigger of a ringer as a hatchling, but he is producing sperm plugs, so I'd say about another 75 grams maybe, and I'd start pairing them with the female. That's about it. Next is a pewter black back. As you can see, it's got the whole black back except for the tip and the neck. He does have a brother, you'll see in a later video. I am asking $400 for him. When he first actually hatched out, I honestly thought he was an Exanthic, but with a few sheds and a little bit of age, you can see that his yellows are coming out just a little bit, but very nice. Lot different than normal pewters. Because of the black back, it kind of gives you a little bit of a reddish tinge. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's there because of the black back gene. I'll show you again with its sibling a little bit later. But 285 grams. Next, Pastel Calico male. Not much to say about it. It is the Florifauna line. As you can see, he's very beautiful, high whites, nice blushings, just an extraordinary looking animal. Asking $450. Pewter belly female. That's pastel, cinnamon, yellow belly female. She has a gorgeous ringer on her, nicely washed out there. Most of this clutch had ringers. The Cinnabellies, which I have none left, they sold right away. They had ringers. You'll see in a little bit later, the Lithium Belly has a ringer. And then, of course, the one previous video, the Pastel Cinnamon Lesser Yellow Belly has a ringer. The Yellow Belly is just amazing. And like I said, I was planning on holding back all this stuff, but due to a recent purchase, we are now looking just to move out all our yellow belly stuff and strictly work with the line of yellow belly that we picked up. So she's, I think, around 300 grams. I have to look again at the list, but yeah, pewter yellow belly. A lithium belly, a lesser cinnamon yellow belly. Really nice markings, nice white out. Also, once again, like I said, another ringer out of that same clutch. Gorgeous, gorgeous washed out clean belly from that. It's beautiful looking snake. Lot of connected pattern throughout the whole snake. The only thing is she's a little bit smaller than a lot of the other clutch. It took her a long time to switch over to the frozen thawed. And I don't like to upsize their meal too much until they start eating the frozen thawed. So she was pretty much strictly on hoppers for a long time, and then once again only getting a live meal every once in a while, and really trying hard to switch her over and get her onto the frozen thawed. She's always been one that I was hoping to let go to somebody else to enjoy this project also. And she just wouldn't go to the frozen thawed, but she's now been eating about 7 or 8 consecutive frozen thawed meals without any live, so she's now ready to go to her new home. So cinnamon xanthics, 50% het for albino. Pairing was cinnamon xanthic to proven breeder VPI double het VPI snow. Really wanted to get this project on the go. I'm keeping one of these males for myself and continuing on with this project. This is a pair, male and female. Yeah, so if you really want to get into that cinnamon snow project or anything cinnamon xanthic, anything, well, pretty much one of these for sure, according to the odds, is going to be carrying that albino gene. Mom has proved out for both albino and xanthic. I did try and prove her out and hit the snows the very first season I had her, but I missed on all the xanthics and that. I only produced albinos. So last season I really wanted to hit her up with the xanthic to make sure, because the person I purchased these from, there's a lot of controversy with a lot of other bigger reputable breeders about what they were buying and not buying per se for head animals, and I kind of got nervous, so that's why I did this pairing this past season. Yeah, they are only 50% het, but I'm going to say your odds are pretty good. I do have some other double het stuff, cinnamon double hets, that maybe if you went one way and one way, you'd really heighten your odds of hitting that cinnamon snow like I'm chasing. I'm asking 600 for the female and 500 for the male. Cinnamon's 100% het xanthic, 50% het albino. From previous animals, these are also the clutch mates. As you can tell, the one girl, she's a pretty hefty feeder. This girl was a little bit slower of a goer again. This other male, once again, pretty hefty eater. It's really a project that I've been working on, and I'm really hoping somebody else might want to get into this project. I can always work out a deal here. Maybe I'll just show you the differences and throw out these two xanthics back with them quick, just so you can see there are differences. So this one here, the smaller one, I'm not sure if it's an xanthic or not. I'm selling as a het. I'm going to say no. She's a female, but she was a little bit slower of a goer. Yeah, so that's the cinnamon snow project that I've been working on and have available for hatchlings. So this is the 66% het pied clutch. I did keep one pinstripe male for myself. He's about 350 grams right now, but here's the pastel female and the two pinstripes. Pastel is really showing great pied markers, as you can tell. I'm pretty sure she's 100%. We all know it's really hard to tell for tracks with the pied stuff or the pinstripe stuff, but the male, the female, and the pastel female also, as you can tell, they're all really nicely reduced pattern. Mom throws that all the time for me. yeah, so 66% het pied stuff, pinstripes and pastel. So cinnamon blackback, 100% het xanthic, just like the pewter. As you can see, it really throws them nice reddish colors out into the cinnamon stuff. Kind of really impressed with it. It's just wasn't a project I was planning on hitting on. It turns out a female of mine is a blackback, and yeah, I had a couple blackbacks go this year already too, sold out. I just have these two, and it seems like any of my higher priced animals have been kind of sticking around, and all my really low end stuff is kind of really moving out real quick. So yeah, cinnamon blackback, 100% het xanthic. So lesser, 100% het albino, 50% het xanthic. Sire was albino het xanthic to lesser, female. Asking $100 each for the girls, $200 for the male. But if you want to take the whole package, all three together, and hope to hit on the lithium snow, or the lesser snow, sorry. As you can tell with my pairings, I'm shooting for that lithium snow project here in a couple seasons. This is what's left out of those pairings to do this, to do that lithium project, to continue that on. But yeah, so if you want the whole package deal, I'll let the whole package go for $300. If not, it's $100, $100, and $200. Not too many of these around for sale, lesser het albinos, let alone being possibly het for xanthic. So yeah, that's that package. Alright, so genetic stripes, obviously you can tell this guy needs a little bit of help shedding, and he's going to get a soak. There's one male. Here's the other male, and here's the female. I was planning on keeping her as a holdback, but she's now going to be available to you guys. Just something I'd like to show you with the one male. He's got that really nice solid full stripe, but he also was starting a bit of a ringer near the base of his tail. I thought was kind of cool. Don't often see that in the genetic stripe stuff. So yeah, but genetic stripes pretty much explain themselves. 3, this little guy's going to go in for a soak, and yeah, they're wild. So here's just their basic pastel. Pretty nice looking pastel. Came out of a pastel calico clutch. It's been feeding on adult mouse now, frozen thawed. Really funky back pattern to them from the calico. Originally when I opened the egg, I thought this was the weirdest looking pastel calico I've ever seen, because you could only see a bit of his back, right? But then when he finally come out of the egg, I realized it's just a calico, or just a pastel, but a really nice one to boot. Male, I'm asking $50. Pastel yellow belly, come out of the cinnamon, pastel lesser cinnamon clutch. Yeah, first I thought it was just a regular, really super nice pastel, but with a few sheds and age, you can see that yellow belly really coming out well in it. So, pastel yellow belly, $100. So that's the hatchling video. I'm going to have to attach a few videos because it's only letting me record so much at a time. So our next video will be all our proven breeder ball python stuff, and we'll work into the Dumero boas and the carpet python stuff. Thanks.